We are going off the rails. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show dedicated to Disney in tangents. I am your host, Frank, and today I am joined alongside by a bunch of great people, including Jackie Gailey.
Hi, everybody.
And Rhino.
Hello.
Hello. We are about ready to start the fun as we go off the rails. But before we can have that fun, we need to talk about Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content and you want to support us, please consider booking a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money and you get the support of awesome Dreams Unlimited Travel agents. So head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today for a free, no obligation quote. Now, we are once again picking up our series on Disneyland and appreciating everything that we can about Disneyland. And we are going to move into the next land that makes the most sense with the way that we're doing it. It does and it doesn't. I'll explain that in a second. But we're moving on to New Orleans Square and just walking from Adventureland straight into New Orleans Square. And I realized in all of this, we have to, we're going to have to start getting crazy with the directions because technically we can go into Critter Country. And then once we get into Critter Country, we can still get to Galaxy's Edge pretty easily and then come out to Frontierland and then pop into Fantasyland. So I guess there's really no issues. I can give that up right now, but I'm more
thinking out loud.
I am. I'm thinking out loud. It's a train of thought that's going on, but I'm like, oh shoot! By the time we record the Critter Country episode, when we get around to it, we will know more details, even more details than we already know about Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So that one's going to go out of date real fast, and then we're still in an era where Toontown is closed right now as they're doing everything with it. So we'll probably just have to skip over that one. So maybe we can do that as a joint episode where we're like, these are the misfit lands right now, and we'll just talk about Winnie the Pooh for 20 minutes straight. You can never get enough Pooh. At least in my opinion. But New Orleans Square, I think it's another small land where there's not a ton to talk about, but I think we're going to end up speaking quite a bit on it because everything that is in there is something that you can absolutely love. And what's the first thing? What's something that we appreciate about New Orleans Square?
Mint juleps.
Wow, what a surprise. Rhino coming in strong with the mint julep bar.
The signature drink of Disneyland Park. I feel like it's delicious. It's refreshing. And I love when they do the seasonal flavors. I feel like they've been experimenting with those a lot more lately. And usually there's like a beignet flavor that goes with it as well. Like the banana flavor that we had before. The banana beignets. That had like a caramel sauce. So I think it was supposed to be a whole what's the dessert called where they set it on fire?
Flambe.
A flambe, but it's like Bananas Foster. That's what I'm thinking.
Bananas
it is
okay.
flambe. Is this? Yeah. All right. I was like,
Sorry.
I think it was that was supposed to be their whole thing, but no, I love, you know me. That's my the second I step into Disneyland Park, that's where I go right away. Just walk right over there, grab myself a mint julep, check it off the list.
Yeah, you say that you like the seasonal ones and you like that they offer them, but you never get them. You just get the regular one.
When I was there by myself, I got both. And it was a
Okay.
lot of liquid to drink in one sitting.
Okay.
It was a strawberry one, and I was pretty surprised about the strawberry one. Also, I did get the seasonal one with you once before, too, because we did the blackberry ones when they were like the Haunted Mansion ones.
Mhm.
Remember that one?
Yes,
But I
do.
feel like I've had, what was the one? I think there's like a passion fruit one once, and I was like, I don't like passion fruit.
That was the last time that we were there. We got that with the banana beignets.
The banana beignets and the passion fruit. Yeah. I think you liked that one a lot.
I did so much that I considered getting another one again the last time that we were at Disneyland. But I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when Kylie and I went, I might not have gotten a mint julep at all. I know the day that, no, I think I did get one. And I might have even got the passion fruit one. I think I got the passion fruit one, and then we shared a pack of banana.
Banana.
No,
it's hard to do it.
Banana beignets. I just want to say banana beignets. When we shared a pack of banana beignets, we then like we had that all together. And then I want to say she went back one more time and got another mint julep. And I was like, you know what? I'm actually good. I'm good with the one that I had this time. I don't need to overdo it with it, because if I want to overdo it on mint juleps, I go to Cafe Orleans for that, because, you know, home
Free
of the Monte
refills, baby.
Cristo, it's all so good. But I mean, you go there if you want unlimited mint juleps more than anything, right? And you look at that coffee machine that's in there and say, oh, cool. But it's all about the bottomless mint juleps, in my opinion, at least.
I love how much you guys love mint juleps. And I had never had a mint julep before that one trip to D23, because mint is not my super favorite. So it's just not. I like it okay, but it's just not my favorite thing in the world. And I tried it after I heard you, Rhino, rant and rave about it, like it was the best thing in the world. So I got one that time when we were there, and it's chill. It's like not super strong mint. It's not, but I've only had it that one time and I really loved it. It was just refreshing and just really mellow, non-alcoholic. I loved every second of it, every sip of it. And so that was something new about New Orleans Square. New Orleans Square is my absolute very favorite place in all of Disneyland. But now I have something that I never knew. So, so anyway, next time I go.
It's just the drink itself it has a sweetness to it, but I feel like it's mixed in perfectly with the right amount of tanginess and the right amount of the refreshing mint flavor, that it's all balanced. And so many non-alcoholic drinks at Disney are just overly sweet and just go crazy on juices and try to make that the forward flavor with this. And this doesn't do it. It's, it's that lemonade blend that really, really knows how to balance the flavors. And that's why, like, a lot of times with Disneyland, I don't feel the need to be like, oh, I want to leave and go to California Adventure so I can have a beer. I'm okay just getting a mint julep. It hits the spot. And no matter what time of day you get at Disneyland, it always hits the spot. Just get there before 11 o'clock, because once it closes, you're out of luck. It's gone.
Yeah.
But what else? What else about New Orleans Square? In terms of the area and in terms of attractions, we only have two, but they are both juggernaut attractions, and it's Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean. And what can we say about them? They're okay.
Oh, they're amazing. They are amazing. Those two attractions
Never heard of them.
Oh.
Just kidding.
You're so funny.
Which one do you prefer, Jackie, in Disneyland?
Oh my gosh. I love both better than the two same attractions at Magic Kingdom. I think that both of them, although I do like the staircase room in the Haunted Mansion. But Pirates of the Caribbean is far superior at Disneyland than the one at Magic Kingdom, because that first drop is the first. God, now I can't remember if it's the first one or the second one. I think it's the first one is the real big one
in the dark. And
it is fun. That is fun. And when we did the Walk and Walt's Footsteps tour, we were told that second drop was put there because of the way the building above it was built and because of the railroad, the train tracks were over, and
it had to go under the train tracks to get into the actual show building, which was on the other side. So you've got to go down, cross over into the show building, but then you also get to come back up. And so that's why the ride starts the ending procedure with going up the waterfall.
Up. Yeah. Yep. And oh my gosh, just so cool. But the thing is, I love the Haunted Mansion there too, because I love how it looks like a house that's in New Orleans to me. Yeah. I just think it's just the bee's knees.
Yeah,
I'm
I love
saying that.
I love Haunted Mansion, and I love Haunted Mansion Holiday when you're in
Yes.
the Halloween and Christmas time period. It is so good.
Best.
With regular Haunted Mansion though, I do think I slightly prefer ours in Walt Disney World, just because you get to ride through portions in the Disneyland one that you still have to walk through. Like after you get all the way down to the elevator, you walk past the portraits and you walk past the busts that turn and continually look at you. But after that, I mean, once you're on the ride, it is fantastic. It's basically a replica of what's at Walt Disney World, because they built them at the same point in time, because that's right when Walt Disney World was being built, so they could manufacture a lot of it together. And I love that they added the Hatbox Ghost in for the 60th anniversary. It does stand out compared to the rest of the animatronics. I'm starting to notice that more and more now that I've gotten used to it being there. It's like that does jump out at you, is not really feeling as into it as a lot of the other animatronics and the magic tricks that they do in there. But Haunted Mansion is just it will always be such a classic. But Pirates of the Caribbean, I one of my best friends was just recently out in Disneyland, and I was so excited to hear about Pirates of the Caribbean and his thoughts. And while I believe he said it was still superior to Walt Disney World's, I think he also said that he felt like some of the cave stuff was unnecessary. And I just want to wring anyone's neck who says that, because that is the best part of Disneyland's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
going through the caves and then starting to see all of the skeletons on their treasure, and now having that awesome effect where you literally see the transformation as you go from skeletons into actual physical pirates as you're drifting through that tunnel. It's so good. It is so important. That's why I'm glad that Denny's not here, so we don't have to hear her spouting her nonsense about Magic Kingdom's Pirates of the Caribbean being better. It will never be better.
No, God, no.
Is supreme. It is the best. One of the best attractions in that park.
Yeah.
Wait, Craig, did you say which one you prefer?
Of the two, between Haunted Mansion and Pirates of the Caribbean? I'm Pirates of the Caribbean all the way. I wish the ride it wasn't actually as long as it was. I know this is like a misnomer. I'm just talking about how I love the parts of it that make it longer. Like that's what makes that attraction. But with Pirates of the Caribbean, that's the only, I can't be one of those people who's like, I want to ride it 3 times in one day, because that's taken up a good chunk of time because it is so long. But if I was told you can do Pirates of the Caribbean or Haunted Mansion, I would choose Pirates of the Caribbean every single day. The only tough decision would be if it was thrown in, would you rather do Pirates of the Caribbean or Haunted Mansion Holiday? I would have to really think about that.
That would be so hard.
I would pick the Holiday over Pirates for sure.
Would you?
What about regular? What's yours?
A regular? I don't know. I mean, at first when we started the conversation, when you first asked Jackie, I was like, oh, I'll take Haunted Mansion. But then I was like, you know what? I always forget, because I'm so used to the Walt Disney World one that I forget that I forgot about the rooms where like the pirates in the bed, and like you said, the gold, and where they're drinking at the bar and the stuff's just running through him, and those parts are so cool. Plus also like starting in the bayou and then like having it like change and go through. I'm like, but then their Haunted Mansion, other than like the building and like minor differences, is like it's pretty close to ours. It's just I like the trees, the scary trees outside of the attic so much more. They're at better Disneyland.
Lit. Yeah,
like scary. I can see them, and they look a lot more like, I don't know, the Wizard of Oz sort of. They remind me of the things that are throwing the apples, but the things that are throwing the apples, the trees that are throwing the apple. But I don't know, because it's kind of like one of those like, which one am I going to be able to do more easily because we live here that'll be closer? It's like Haunted Mansion here is closer to that one here. Plus I like the New England aesthetic. So I think if it's basic, I wasn't going to say Pirates, but now I think you guys talked me into it, both of you. So I think it might be Pirates for me. But if it's Haunted Mansion Holiday, is no question. It is definitely, I would do that. that's a do not miss for me. And I think it's just incredible in terms of like, I know that attraction overlay. And I was like, I don't know. That feels like such a light word in terms of what it is. It feels like from every aspect, everything that you see, it feels like it's a completely new attraction that is very, very bare bones of what was there before. The structure, obviously the house and the scenes and stuff, but it's just incredible what they do for that. So I'm very excited. My friend Nicole, who Craig, she is going to be at D23, and I believe she said she's got a Disneyland ticket. And she said it's going to be her first time doing Haunted Mansion Holiday, and she's a huge Nightmare Before Christmas fan, so I'm very excited to see her reaction of it.
You kind of swayed me too. I think I definitely have to say Haunted Mansion Holiday over Pirates of the Caribbean now, but it is so tough. It's so tough with an attraction that's only like that for 4 months out of the year. It's like you kind of have to go that
so
route.
Limited. You got to not only have you traveled there be at the right time, you got to be at the right dates. You got to be able. Yeah, it's like the stars have to align for it. It feels a little more like you found a secret, and you're like, ooh, I got to go. It's the same with that. I sort of feel that way about Mission Breakout, because not only is it only during a specific time, but Monsters After Dark, you can only do specific time frame in the year, but also specific time of day. So it's even more limited. But we don't have to worry about that one. So because we already know we're going to California Adventure.
Okay. So we don't have to worry about that one. But one thing to also mention in favor of Pirates of the Caribbean that we just briefly mentioned in one of these episodes already is that Pirates of the Caribbean, at the start of the ride, as you're in the bayou, you have this beautiful restaurant that I know people will probably call me crazy for it, but I've only looked at it from the boat side. So that's all I can say about it is it looks beautiful from the boat side, because you can sit in Blue Bayou Restaurant and you can literally watch all of these boats go by. And I said I have not eaten there before, and that is the honest truth, but it is without a doubt one of the things that is most on my bucket list. I need to eat there sooner than later. I feel like there's something missing in me because I haven't eaten there.
So I think that the first part of the Pirates of the Caribbean attraction is just the very best thing. I mean, and there's just something about the fiddler and is he playing a fiddle or is it a banjo?
Banjo.
It's a banjo. And
he's not playing anything. Sorry. He's listening to banjo music.
That's what it is. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's been 1,000 years since I've been there. But when you're eating, when you're going through on the boat, when you're the one on the boats, to hear the hustle and bustle at the restaurant while you're in this peaceful, beautiful place with these, with the soft music, and you see the fireflies and you hear dishes clanking and silverware and just the dull roar of the people talking. It's just so cool with all the lights hanging down. It's just the coolest scene, having just come, because that area is so close to where you actually board the attraction. And so, when you're outside at Disneyland and the craziness and the everything, and then here you are in this peaceful, beautiful place. And that 2 minutes of that attraction is just probably one of my favorite parts of the whole thing. It's neck and neck with that first hill, though, because I do love that first hill.
Yeah, I want to eat there one day. I will get there. I will get there.
Yeah,
I was eating there.
I wasn't blown away. Yeah, I went once. I think part of it's like, how are you feeling that day? What's the company that you're there with? But it was very dark and it was very difficult to see what was on the menu and what we're doing. And I'm weird. I don't like to eat in low lighting. I feel like I'm going to choke to death because I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh.
You just, you got to do the Danny Tanner, chew 26 times. You'll be fine every single time after that. Mm-hmm. Just always chew 26 times.
Good advice.
You'll be fine. But a place I have eaten at in New Orleans Square many times, one of my favorites is another quick service spot like Plaza Inn, where you kind of get your stuff at a counter and then go and pay for that. And that is that's the French Market restaurant. And, it's New Orleans classic fare in a quick service style setting. And I've had some very good specialty items that are just around for different times of the years. But the nice part is it shares the seating area with mint julep bar. So it's like you can kind of make it a big experience with, you get your mint juleps because you can get that at French Market as well too, and get your food, get some beignets for dessert. Hopefully there's some entertainment happening that can also, be a little show for you there. But it's a chill little spot. I've had some really good meals there with good company. I'll say that too, because it's been Rhino for some of them. Most of them, I think, actually. Probably all of them, but like one he was there for.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Remember,
He can't even remember it. He can't even remember it.
What,
That's
the French
just lovely.
Market?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. I
What did
remember
you have?
specifically wanting to get cake, and you were like, "Oh, you want cake?" And I said, "Yeah, I want cake." And I got the cake, and it was a Haunted Mansion themed cake.
Yeah,
and
that was
I'm
our
Gus.
Halloween trip. Yeah. And I'm Gus.
I remember
Inside
having
joke there.
Mickey-shaped beignets there, and they didn't have Mickey-shaped beignets at Disney World at that point. They had their beignets were just square, and I was like, "Oh, how rude!"
Yeah. Listen, Walt Disney World beignets are not as good as Disneyland's. I think it's just something with the humidity in the air and the procedure. They're good. They're very good, but they're not the same. But they're also not as good as just going to New Orleans and going to Café du Monde. That is also a lot better. So, take it as it is. But those ones aren't Mickey shaped for sure. But the only other restaurant in New Orleans Square, like we've already kind of done the overview of the shopping. We've talked about the attractions, most of the dining. The only other stand there is Royal Street Veranda, which of course has you have bread bowls with chowder and stuff. And it's a place that I actually, I don't eat there very often, maybe like once every couple of years, but I always enjoy what I get there when we actually eat there. I think we got like fritters there when we were there the last time, Rhino. Like last time where we actually got food from there.
Yeah, it was like fritters, and there was like a something that came on the side, and it was good though. It was good to the point that we walked back the last time we were there to look, and we were like, "Should we get something?"
Yeah. The hard part is there's so many places to get soups at Disneyland. You can get them there. You can get your tomato soup at Jolly Holiday. There's no, or you can go to Disney California Adventure and get soup and in your bread bowl. So there's so many bread bowl opportunities. It's hard to just choose one. And usually French Market has bread bowls too, if I remember correctly. So a lot of bread bowls. So
I feel like I remember.
Extra.
I seem to remember French Market being a table service restaurant when we ate there because the server brought us our beignets.
If you ate table service, it would have been Cafe Orleans. That's the small little cramped one that's right beside French Market.
Okay, that's what it was then. Yeah. Okay.
So, which is, again, Monte Cristo sandwich, delicious, and French fries, pommes frites, all very delicious.
Yeah.
Was that Rhino?
Pommes frites?
Pommes frites?
Yeah, pommes frites.
So, a lot of good dining. And, if you know the right people, you could also dine at Club 33, which is an experience, but one that we're not going to talk about on the show because, it's only open to members and people who know members. So a very limited group. It's not worth having a discussion on in this, but, you can see the outside and you know where it is. And if you have the chance to eat there someday, absolutely go for it. And then also 21 Royal, the signature dining experience up in the Dream Suite that was the Disneyland gallery before, which I know unless Pete goes like off the rails completely, much like this show, and decides he's going to drop the money for all of us to do 21 Royal one day, I doubt I will ever eat there in my lifetime, but maybe one day, who knows? Apparently
it would be cool.
Yeah. Expect the unexpected. That's what I want to do, but I expect the worst. That's my personality. Hi, I'm Craig Williams. Oh, shoot, I'm Frank.
Oh, you gave
The mirage has been broken.
Oh,
nope,
no.
It's not broken. It will never be broken. I will always be Frank as long as the show goes on and continues. But with that, anything else about New Orleans Square?
I want to go back to New Orleans Square so very badly, and that's all I really have to say about it. I just love it so much.
We did have that really good. Craig, do you know they took the lobster mac and cheese off of the what the heck is it called? Yeah, Harbor Gallery. Sorry.
Well, I mean, that wasn't even technically on the menu. That's an off-menu item.
I guess it's gone though, and that was delicious, and I'm sad about it.
Yeah, and that's
now get rid of that awful lobster. Oh, is it technically? Is it?
It is. Believe it or not, it is listed as part of Critter Country.
Oh, that's so weird because it's literally like I feel like it's before that area. Sorry.
Yeah, that's why we didn't talk about it.
Well,
but
we'll leave it for later. Leave it for later.
Leave it for that mangled episode of Critter Country and Mickey's Toontown. But we'll leave it for that. And with that, we'll go back on the rails. Thank you so much to everyone out there for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, questions, and video suggestions in the comments section. And if you are listening to this, please subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And if it's through a place where you can leave a rating and review, please take the time to do that. And you can always support us more by booking a trip through Dreams Unlimited Travel. Get a free no obligation quote today at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. But that's going to do it for us today. Rhino, Jackie, thank you so much for having this conversation with me. Thank you for listening and watching, and we'll see you again next time we go off the rails. Take care. Bye-bye.